Today I wanted to show you how to make some really cool faux laser cut cards, but I also want to show you, or announce, I should say, some winners. So this is going out to a lady by the name of Deb. She won this from me for placing an order between September 1st and September 3rd. So I thought I would announce the winner of that today. And so this is what she's going to get from me in the mail. And then the other one is I posted a video on Friday of hitting 8,000 subscribers. And I said if you left a comment, you'd be entered to win. So I randomly chose a winner using random.org. And the winner is Linda O, who placed a comment on my video from whatever day that was, Friday. So Linda O won $25 in free product of her choice. So she'll be emailing me her list and I'll get that to her. So those are my winners and I wanted to announce those right away. Second, really quick, I want to catch you up on the fire situation. More of the fire is contained in my area, in the community I live in. My house guests are gone. The evacuees that were staying with us got to go home last week, and so they're back in their home safe and sound. And that's basically what's going on. I'm gonna try to just start moving forward with life as usual and continue to do a little bit of volunteer work here and there that I can, because there are definitely still needs. If you are interested in donating to the victims of the fire from the Butte fire in California, you can donate through amadorcommunityfoundation.com, or it might be .org. I'll put the link here on the screen, and that will go to help people in the community and the neighboring community with funds if they need it. So that's how you can help if you want to help. All right, let's jump into my cards for today. So this is my first card, and this is the card I'm going to show you how to make. I really, really love how it turned out. I just think it's beautiful, and it's going to be super fun to send as one of my Christmas cards. But I also have this card that I want to show you today. I'm not going to show you how to make this one, but it just goes along with my theme of faux laser cut. So you see lots of cards that have like a laser cut front, and I could make cards like that using my silhouette if I wanted to, but I wanted to show you how you could do it with some of your big shot supplies and framelits that you can get through Stampin' Up! Right now, Stampin' Up! Has the beautiful delicate ornament thinlits for sale, and I repackage mine. This isn't how they come. So just so you know, it doesn't look like this when you get it, but these are the framelits that are in the set, and we're going to make that card. So the first thing that you need is a piece of cardstock cut at 5.5 by 4 3/4. So you're going to cut it a little bit bigger, and this is the base of your card. This card was inspired. My friend Pilar sent me a thank you card for sending her baby a goodie. And so when I got the card from her, I just thought it was beautiful, and it had a laser cut front, and so it was inspired I was inspired by that card to make this card. All right, so what I have done is I've scored 1/4 of an inch from each edge. So I just have these little tabs now that I can fold up. I'm just going to use my bone folder to run along the edges. And then this one can pretty much just be set aside for the moment. Then I've got my front page here. This is going to be the front of my card. And what I used is I used my square collection framelits, and I used the third square in from the biggest. So 1, 2, 3, it's this square right here. And I just cut a square out of the center of this card. Now, or this piece of cardstock. This piece is cut at 4 1/4 by 5.5. And I ran this through the precision plate, through the Big Shot using the precision plate. So as you can see, all of these are popping out really nice. Now, I have had people complain and say it should just fall out. Okay, well, if it really bothers you and you think it should just fall straight out, that's fine. It does not bother me because in comparison to what I went through before trying to get these little guys out, to me, the fact that they just pop right out and fall off is just fantastic. So I'm very happy with the precision plate. The everything that cuts wonderful. It's so much easier not to have to fiddle with wax paper on the back of my die cuts. I just use that plate anytime that I am cutting anything intricate, or if I'm cutting words out, they just come right out and it's not a problem. Everything is cut nicely and I don't have any tearing, and it just takes me a second to pop out little pieces like that. So it's not a big deal to me that it doesn't just fall right out, but to some people, I guess it's obnoxious. So, okay, what we're going to do now is I'm going to use the fine tip glue pen from Stampin' Up. And if you haven't seen this yet, there is a little needle on the inside here. So when you're putting this back on, you just want to line it up and make sure that it goes back into that nozzle, and that keeps the glue from clogging up into the tip of the pen. If you get the pen clogged somehow, you have two choices. You can either buy another one, or I have heard some people say that they take the lid off and they can soak it in warm water and get it all to come out. So I just suggest getting the lid back on there, and then you don't have any of those issues. So I'm just going to run a small bit of glue across the top there, and then a dab down here at the bottom. And I'm going to lay the ornament down. This is the easiest way I found to do this. Okay. So the next step for this card is to put in our inside flap. And I've cut this piece at 4 1/8 by 5 1/2. And it is just a little bit smaller than the front flap and the back flap so that it will fit inside nicely. I have a piece of tear tape here that I'm putting on, and it does go over the flap. It's wider than the flap, so I'll show you what to do. All I did is peel off the backing and then simply roll this back over onto itself. And that is a tip that I got from a YouTuber, and I really appreciate that. Somebody left me a comment and said, hey, just fold that excess tape right back onto itself, and it works great. So I'm just lining this up now with each edge of the card. And now it will fold in really nice. And as you can see, it doesn't hit all the way to this fold. So when I'm folding the top over, it's going to sit really nice. Okay, we are going to do our stamping on this piece. It's not quite dry yet, but it's getting there. And we're going to use the Stampin' tool, because I really like this tool, and it's something I still use even though I have a MISTI. I like using this tool for certain things. So I'm just getting that lined up where I want it. I've already stamped the joy sentiment on my plastic piece here. So now all I'm doing is I need to just ink it up, and I'll be able to stamp my image, my sentiment. So I'm using real red ink. I'll remove that. Stamping it down, and I have my joy sentiment. All right, and so for the last couple steps, I'm going to use a piece of tear tape again. This time it's going to go on this side. And folding it back. And then this piece will just adhere to this tab, essentially, that I have created. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue here to stick down my ornament. Hopefully that time it sticks. I'm just going to let that set up and dry for a few minutes while I cut and make a bow. So Stampin' Up! Is selling this awesome cord trim that you can get in the holiday catalog. It's a lot like the consistency of ornament string, I guess is the best way. I don't know what you call that, but it's we have it in silver and gold, and it's just really beautiful. And of course, I'm tying a bow on camera, so you all know how that goes. It's like somebody watching you type. This went really great off camera, and on camera it's gonna be a big pill. Okay, so I've got my little bow there, and I'm just making it smaller and smaller by pulling either end. And then I'm gonna trim off the excess. And so for my last step on this card, I just need my little, okay. Wow, I promise you this worked perfect with this one. Do you see this? So this is the finished product. I don't know what's happening in this situation. So I will work on fixing that. Yeah, it's the same size square. I thought, well, maybe I cut a different size square, but nope, it's the same. So anyway, it worked great here. I'm not sure what's happening with this one now. So we'll get that fixed, but this is how the card ends up when it's all said and done. And then I just stamped the sentiment on the inside. So that is that card. And then the other card I just will show you really quick. Let me get this put away correctly so that I don't end up having to buy a new one or with a clogged nozzle here. So on this guy, all I did is I cut out a circle on my front piece here using the Circles collection, and then I cut out the striped scallop die. I think this is still available. It might be retired. I'll have to look. I'll let you know. Anyways, and then I just placed it on the back of this sheet, and I took the front piece of this card right here, and I just did some pretty inking and stamped happy birthday. And I'm going to probably add some sequins to this card, and it'll be ready to go. So thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. If you don't have a holiday catalog and you would like one, please send me a message or email me at wendy.cranford@live.com and I'll get one to you. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. When I hit 9,000 subscribers, I'm going to do another giveaway. So I'm on my way to 9,000 now. And when I hit 10,000, I'm going to do a big giveaway. So I'm excited about that. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel. You can also get free tutorials from me by going to my website at levinstampin.com and signing up at the top of the screen with your name and email address. Thanks for stopping by and hanging with me today. Talk to you later.